Okay, this is the She Reads Truth Bible and the Christian Standard Version, and then it gives you how to read the Bible, subheadings, and then notes underneath that to help understand it better. Page 2 is the book of Genesis. It gives you on the timeline a little background, message and purpose, and then some notes underneath that and on the side. And then it has a little cursive writing and then a timeline and then a weekly study of what to read and how much to read. And then every other page or so, it gives you a little Devo to go along with it. So today I am reading the book of Ezekiel chapter 7. As you can tell on the sides, they're very thick, so it's perfect for writing notes and cute little thoughts. I am warming up my tea in this next clip. If it was the morning, I would have a coffee. I like to have a cute little drink with me to romanticize it a bit. And then I go ahead and play my favorite worship music while I read. It just sets the ambience and the vibes. It really helps me focus and dig deeper. And then I pick out a pen from my lovely pen collection. I usually do a highlighter, a black pen, and then a colored pen for journaling and whatnot. So this first time I actually started highlighting, but we're not going to highlight to the second time that we read through the passage. The first time I read through, I go through and I underline smaller details, but still important. And then the second time around is when we're going to go ahead and highlight. Okay, this is the second time around that we are going through and we're highlighting. I tend to go a little overboard with this, but I really do find so much goodness in almost every passage I read, and that is just like what I like to do personally. You don't have to highlight this much. Highlight wherever you feel like the Lord is leading you to, but this is just what I like to do.
Like October skies, fumbling, lost all track of space and time, and I know how things must seem.
Going in with my green pen and I'm highlighting, or I'm writing cute little notes on the sides of things that stuck out to me, what the Lord is, etc., all that good stuff.
So how can I help watching the clouds pass through? No clue of the time, no reason to be subdued. We all know the skies for the first time. They draw the lines, just read in between.
Another thing I like doing is writing in thick letters all like along the side of it. I just think it looks super cool and it's really fun, especially if it just is describing our God. So like when you flip back, you can see, oh, this is just talking about how powerful like the Lord is. But then on the second page, I'm starting my journaling prompts. So I always write Bible reading or the book of the Bible that I'm reading when I first start. And then I obviously write the date. And then today I wrote Bible reading. And then underneath it, I write Ezekiel chapter 7. And then I go ahead and bubble that and I highlight that just to make it like stand out more and look cute. Now the journaling begins. So I kind of split up the verses in like 4 verses, 5 verses or so, like in little sections. First I like to go through by myself, and then I like to write down like what I took away from each verse, and then you'll see what I do here in the next clip.
Watching the clouds pass through. No clue of the time. No reason to be so subdued. We all know the skies for the first time.
So in this clip, I am searching up enduring word on the internet, and I go enduring word Ezekiel chapter 7. And then what pops up is a whole commentary list of like basically any type of notes from different commenters. It explains and breaks down every single verse by verse, and it's just perfect. I use this almost every single day. You can find so many different commentaries like this. For example, Blue Letter Bible, the Bible Project is like a YouTube channel. You could look it up on YouTube, just like Ezekiel 7 summary or notes or whatever. Literally, your resources are at your hands that you can use to help understand the Bible, because I know it can be hard when you're first starting out. But Enduring Word does have an app, so you could also use that as well. So those are just the resources I use, and I will link them all down in the description box below, so you guys can just click on it and then it'll take you right there. I will also link the Bible and then a cute journal. I don't know where this one is from. It's probably from like TJ Maxx or something, but I'll link like a cute journal down below and pens as well. I'll even link the type of tea that I'm using. But yeah, I just want to make this as accessible and easy for you guys, so you guys can start understanding and reading the Bible for yourself every day. I really do think you find so much conviction, and it really does change your life when you read the Bible for yourself, and it does start to become really fun. At the end, I go ahead and highlight the most important things that stuck out to me throughout this whole entire chapter. I like to do that, because then I go back the next day or like a few days later or a year later, and I could see, these things were the main takeaways in Ezekiel chapter 7. And it just helps me retaliate it better in my head and remember it. And then I like to write a verse of the day. So this isn't literally, it's not like a verse today, but it is just a saying that says, "They will know that I am Lord." And it's at the end of like one of the last verses in Ezekiel. And I just started doing this where I pick a verse of the day and then I write it down, just a verse from what I learned, so I could try to remember it, or just a saying like I did today. In this last clip here, I am just praying out from reading. I always pray in the beginning and in the end. In the beginning, I pray something along the lines of like, "Lord, please help me to understand your word and apply it to my everyday life. Help me to take things away from it and learn from your word." And then I thank him for everything that he's done. I thank him for my family, all the blessings he's given me. And then at the end, I do a little prayer like this, just thanking him again for his word and what he has to say. And yeah, you could just kind of follow along that prayer that I just put on the screen. Approach this posture however you want. Sometimes I do it with my arms open. Sometimes I do it with my hands praying. I just really soak into this time to talk to the Lord, to thank him for what he's done. And it just really like puts me to peace. Like it just gives me a peaceful night to my end to my night. And then a peaceful start to my morning as well, if I'm doing this in the morning. And yeah, that is the end of this video. This is kind of just an overview of like everything that I wrote down. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this really did help you. If it did, please comment down below. If you have any other future video ideas, please let me know. If you have any thoughts. Bye guys, see you next week.